Rice bowls are all the rage at the moment, and every culture has their own version. Today I'm taking you to Korea with a Korean beef rice bowl with kimchi. So delicious. So let's marinate our beef. I've got some rump steak here. I love rump steak. I've cut it nice and thin, so it's all about flash frying. Into a bowl I'll add some gochujang, which is some fermented chili bean paste. You can now get this at all your supermarkets, and I love to hear about that. If you can't, of course, all good Asian grocers have it. It's got this wonderful warmth, deep sort of savoury flavour, and it's not that spicy. So into this, I'll add a combination of mirin and some vinegar. White vinegar or rice vinegar is fantastic, along with some sugar to balance it out. And to season this, some soy sauce, so light soy sauce, a good splash, and sesame oil. Okay, one last quick stir, and that's all you need. You don't need too much marinade, you just want it to stick to each individual piece of meat. So we'll pop that in, and if you like, you can do this ahead of time and marinate it for about 30 minutes. The longer you marinate it, the more intense the flavour is going to be. But how good is gochujang? You can see how it sort of stains it and gives it that lovely colour. It's such a great ingredient to have in your fridge, ready to go for quick marinades like this, even for dressings too. It smells so good. Okay, I'll pop that to the side for a moment. Some onion, just half a large brown onion, and just thinly slice it. I want it to be as fine as possible because I want it to cook in the same amount of time as the meat. And with the meat, we don't want to overcook it. It's just flash frying it. So nice thin slices. And also some carrot. So this is just one carrot that I've finely julienned. When you're doing quick fries like this or any type of rice bowl, have all your ingredients ready to go. It's really all about the preparation of lots of different ingredients that make a rice bowl quite special. So I'm going to be using 2 of the pots and pans from the 13-piece Ingenio set. This is great because it comes with everything, all your pans, all your pots, lids, and a detachable handle. So I'll pop that on. I have been preheating this, so I want it to be on a medium to high heat so we get that nice flash fry. I'll add some veggie oil for this particular recipe. So we'll just drizzle that around the pan. I'll start with my onions and give them a toss. See how hot that pan is? That's what we're after for this. And then we can add our meat at the same time. And if you like, you can do this in batches, but because I'm using quite a large pan here, I don't need to. And then our carrot can go in too. Toss that around. Give it a shake, and then we're going to just let that cook for a few minutes until everything's quite caramelised. Okay, you can see that we've got some beautiful caramelisation. All of that sauce has reduced, and I'm pretty happy with that. So we can take that out of the pan and just pop that into a bowl just so we can wilt our spinach. So you want that pan to still be very hot, no need to clean it out. We'll grab a couple of handfuls of baby spinach that can go in, and I like to add just a very small amount of oil, and then just with your tongs, give that a jiggle, and we'll just watch that wilt down. It looks like quite a lot, but it's just going to cook down to absolutely nothing. In fact, I'm going to turn the heat off, and then this is going to cook in moments by the time I start assembling everything. So I have some rice over here. I've pre-cooked my rice, and I've just kept it warm with that lid. Look at that, perfect medium grain rice. We're going to add a generous amount to our bowl, so that's the base. And now, like any rice bowl, we start building. So let's start with our delicious Korean-style beef. A generous amount of that onto one side. Fantastic. Some zucchini. Usually we would cook our zucchini, but I kind of like it raw, particularly if it's been finely sliced, just like this. We'll put that onto one side. You can't have a Korean bowl without kimchi. We used to have students that stayed with us when I was growing up, and every time a new student would come, they would bring kimchi for us. And there's so many different ways of making homemade kimchi. Now, this hasn't been made for me. It's a store-bought one. It's a very good quality store-bought one. And again, it's one of those ingredients that is readily available in supermarkets these days. Essentially, it's fermented chili cabbage, and it is so crunchy and so good in a rice bowl just like this. Okay, look at our spinach. You see how it's wilted down just right, and there's no moisture in there, and that's because our pan was so hot. So we'll pop that just to one side there. You can have this raw if you like. I kind of like this sort of being a half-cooked rice bowl, half-raw rice bowl. And to bring it all together, some sesame seeds. So we'll just sprinkle that over the top. That is a delicious dinner or lunch, very, very healthy. You could put a fried egg on it. That makes it super traditional. You know what? I like it just as is.